Today, we are going to talk about UX UI design mentorship. And the reason why I want to touch on this topic is because currently I am an instructor, or not I am, I work as an instructor, other than working for other companies that I help them with their user experience and making sure that they're building intuitive applications. So, with that said, this is a mouthful of information, and that's the reason why I want to share that with you, because I have been dealing with lots of students in almost 2 years right now. And one of the things then that I have noticed is that many of these students are very, very skilled, but the confidence is very, very low. And doesn't matter how much skills you have, it doesn't matter how talented you are at certain things, there have to be some amount of confidence no matter what industry you are going into. And when I'm talking about confidence, I'm not talking about introvert versus extrovert, because you can be an introvert and still have confidence in your work. Because one thing that I always like to tell my students, whenever you are well informed, whenever you know what you say that you know, there is confidence. So you don't have to speak loud like me. You don't have to be excited like a lot of people. You don't have to scream like I like to do, but you have to be able to communicate what is it that you are trying to say. And when you are dealing with stakeholders, when you are dealing with recruiters, when you are dealing with interviewers, you have to have that ability to be able to communicate that. You have to be able to show confidence, because confidence says, I know what I say that I know. Okay, so that's what you have to be able to communicate to them. You have to be able to communicate your thought process. Well, how is it that you do things and why you do things? People are going to question you, and you have to be able to handle their questioning. And let me tell you, everybody doesn't question the same way. Some people are going to be more pleasant than others. Some people are going to be more speedy than others. Some people are going to be slower than others. Everybody's going to be different. That's the reason why in UX, one of the most challenging things I will say when I first started UX, and that was a long time ago, that when I started, but I'm still doing it, even though I started many years ago, it was handling stakeholders, handling teams. Because after you finish a boot camp and as a new designer, those things can be very scary. Just dealing with people that not everybody knows how to ask questions. A lot of people just believe that when they're going to give you their feedback, it's really about just asking you, why did you do this? Oh, show me this. Oh, I don't understand this, right? So lots of people that are more on the expert side of things, they will take their time to ask you questions the right way, to be soft, to be pleasant, to not make you uncomfortable. But guess what? Everybody's not going to do that. That is not usually what happens. There's going to be people that are going to be irate. There's going to be people that is going to be rushing from meeting to meeting. There's going to be people that have to work on this project and they don't want to. There are going to be people that maybe they just don't like you. It does happen. Everybody doesn't have to like you. There is going to be so many different personalities, and no matter where those personalities come from, what their reason for having um, or for giving the feedback that they're giving you have to have the ability to handle it. Because I can tell you, I love UX design, I love UI, UX, the whole user research, the whole thing. I love it. But I have encountered lots of bumps on the road because of personality. And I would say that is the ugliest side of the UX part of it. But just like a secretary like doing the organizing and meetings and going to events. But I can tell you, as when I first started in my career as a teenager, I was a secretary. And that part of being a secretary, it was filing. Filing was very annoying. Okay. So I would say that Either you learn how to talk to stakeholders and it become fun, or you run away from them and eventually you run away from the UX. That is the reality of working in the whole UX, UI research, development, all of that. Is that years ago it was worse, but there is still this thing about UX designers, UI designers, and developers. If you do not honor them, if you do not treat them with respect, if you do not respect yourself, you will have a hard time. If you cannot speak with confidence, you will have a hard time working with UX, with developers, with a team. You will have a very difficult time. Okay. And I'm not trying to scare you into getting into the UX world. I'm just saying that you have to be ready because you are not in high school, you are not starting college. You are going into a job and someone is going to pay you to perform. And when they pay you to perform, they're not paying you to go and build friendships. They are paying you for all of you together to be able to build amazing products, amazing application, amazing websites, so that that website, that application, that product, that service is going to attract more users, it's going to engage users, it's going to make the life of users easy and simple. Your job is to champion users. Your job is to champion users. I said it again. Your job is to champion users. But in championing users, you cannot forget about your stakeholders. Most of the money always either come from the stakeholders or the big impact in the project is going to be from the stakeholders. They are the one dealing with the actual money, dealing with the client, dealing with vendors. They are the ones actually dealing with that. And a lot of the time, they don't understand the way you are communicating the design, or they give you an input and you struggle because they didn't say it the right way. In UX, you can't worry about someone saying it the right way. You have to be prepared to ask the right question. I am going to repeat that again. You cannot worry about someone asking you a question the wrong way, or they did it the right, or you want them to do it the right way. You have to be ready to ask questions no matter how someone responded to your design. You cannot carry a chip on your shoulders. You cannot be holding on to your ego, and you cannot make it emotional. You cannot make it a personal thing. And that is the way that it actually works. When we are dealing with especially big companies, you are going to have people that are focused on other things, people that are busy, busy, busy. Okay. And their time is valuable and limited. Therefore, you have to understand what questions you're going to ask them and how you're going to ask them those questions and how you're going to handle the feedback, because all the time the feedback is not something that you're going to be able to handle. There was a project that I was in many years ago, right? And in that project that I was in, we went through different iterations. So we went from the beginning, all the user research, and I went, talked to the stakeholders, got feedback. I went to make changes, updates, the research, the testing, updates. Then I got an epic moment. Okay. Over the weekend, I had this epic moment when I am thinking, oh, I saw this design and I was so excited about this design. And I went and implement that design because I thought they're going to love this. This is really good. Right. And of course, I show my family and they agreed with me. It was going to be really good. I get to the office and I was so excited, ready for the meeting. We were going to meet with the stakeholders. And all I got was, what's that? Who told you you can change that? Why did you change that? What is this all about? Why did I waste my time coming to this? Oh, it was crazy. Okay. I was at that time a junior designer, and I thought I was doing something good that I came up with this amazing design. Oh, it was bad. I felt like crying. I felt like screaming, but I had to hold myself because I didn't understand what was happening. And I just listened to what they had to say, and everybody in there. Some people understood, some people was nice, some people was soft about it, but some of the other people, they just like, why is it that you decided that you were going to change what without consulting with who? And it was, I didn't see it that way. I didn't see it that way then. But after my senior UX UI researcher designer explained it to me, this is what she said. She said, we are supposed to be designing based on user feedback, based on research, not on our opinion. So, all of these days, you were getting feedback, other people were giving you their opinion, and that opinion make an impact in the design. We went and tested it with users. We came back and make the change. Those changes impacted the design. Then you had an epic moment, and that moment said, this is going to be really good. However, you didn't think, even if it's good, because everybody, the people that saw what you were trying to do, realized that it was a functional design and it was the look and feel, everything was very good. However, it did not take into account everybody that was involved. Huh? What? I thought I was supposed to be the UX UI designer. Well, UX UI design is not about one person. UX UI design is about collaboration. US UI design is about taking feedback from everybody and standing on your research, but incorporating what your business need, what your users say that they want. You put those two together, and then based on your analysis and your heuristic evaluation, your testing, then you come up with a great and better solution. Oh. That was what I was told. That was what I implemented. I did the changes later and it went better. However, I did get some hiccups along the way. And I can tell you that doesn't matter how much you prepare yourself, you're going to go into different teams. You are going to go into different companies. You are going to work with different personalities, and it have nothing to do with you. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just the way it works. You just need to learn how to communicate it better, how to take better feedback, how to be able to handle criticism from anybody. We practice, we try to give constructive criticism. We try to make people feel good, but guess what? At the end of the day, it's not about you feeling good. It's about us coming up with an amazing product. And sometimes it's going to be a shocker when a designer come up and that the designer don't understand what is it that we are trying to do, and we have to give that designer the feedback. The more you can be as positive as you want to, but the more feedback you give to a designer, that the designer is thinking, they hate me, they don't like me, they judging me. This is what is happening in your head as a designer. But with time you learn that it's not personal. They don't hate you, they don't like you. Most of them don't have anything against you. They don't even go home thinking about you. They're thinking about the project. Okay. So, why am I saying all of this? I'm saying all of this because as a mentor, myself and the people that I'm working with, which they were students in the boot camp, they were students in the boot camp before, and those same students have also um, receive employment as a UX UI designer, and they can help you understand your interviewing process. They can help you understand what they did in order to be able to get that job. They can help you just like I can help you. I can help you based on my years of experience, based on my ability to be able to interview and to be able to fire as well, because I don't take that lightly. If someone has, um, I will tell you more later. However, I do ask difficult questions because those difficult questions help me understand if you can handle difficult situations. So during an interview, I'm fun, I am pleasant, but I'm asking questions that are going to be tricky questions. And those questions either going to land you the job or they are going to just allow us to take your resume and just trash it. That is the reality. So, as a mentor, our job is to help you get ready. Help you get ready. Look at your resume, look at your portfolio, look at your case study, be able to connect the things then that you have done before, your passion, your strengths with your dream job. Be able to understand what is it that they're looking for in that job description and be able to help you create a resume that is scannable, a case study that is scannable, a case study that is clear, that is going to identify the problem, the solutions, the assumption, give them some context about what is it that is happening without talking too much. I know, that is difficult. Yes, UX designers are supposed to be superheroes. Yeah, Avengers. The whole UX team is like Avengers. They all have talents, but they all have to work together. Otherwise, the enemy come and attack one of them and they all feel that impact. So that's the reason why it's very important for you as a superhero to be able to work with other superheroes to help you be able to do more with what you have. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you're shy. It doesn't matter if you're introverted. It doesn't matter if you're extroverted. It doesn't matter if you have lots of experience or you don't. It doesn't matter if you got a certificate or not. What matters is that you actually went through the whole process of user experience design. You finished your boot camp, or you already went through the whole design process. And what you need is someone to be able to help you. Like I said, your resume, your portfolio, your case study, your interview process, and landing that dream job. That's what we do. We work with smaller projects. Our goal is to work with smaller projects, to work with other projects in order to be able to help small businesses out there. However, the other part of our business, as UXUI pros, is about helping students who are graduated. And the reason why I came up with this as the founder of this is because of working with different students. And after they have left, some of them have landed jobs and some of them are looking for jobs. Why? Because of confidence, because of consistency, persistency, because of the ability or inability to handle criticism. And people are going to give you feedback about your work no matter what. You're a designer. When I was a graphic designer, I got feedback on my work, and a lot of times I didn't like it. When I was a web designer, I got feedback on my work, and sometimes I didn't like it. Sometimes it was heavy, especially when you are at the end of development. The feedback was oh, cutthroat, right? But I learned to be able to handle all of that feedback, and so can you. So, what we will do is we will practice whatever areas. We will talk about what you know, and we are going to dive in to understanding what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. A lot of shy people get really scared about this process and totally freak out. But you can be shy and still be confident about your work. It is all about your mental ability and how is it that you are going to handle that. Because if you allow shy or introverted to get in the way, it's going to get in the way of you meeting the needs of your users, you meeting the needs of your stakeholders. And you cannot ignore stakeholders. Let me tell you, don't ignore your stakeholders because you will find yourself in trouble. Okay. So I know it can be challenging to be able to get feedback, but you need to learn to relax about it. You need to learn to embrace it because through feedback is how we grow. Through criticism is how we grow. That's how we make improvement to things. Okay. So you have to be able to get to do that in a positive way and be able to shake it off and focus on what they're really telling you so that you can connect the dot and create amazing user experience solutions. That is something that I wanted to share with you guys. Let me see if I'm missing anything that I wanted to share with you guys. Let's see. Okay, so yes, a lot of people focus on their weaknesses, and that is not the focus. You can win by focusing on your weaknesses. Okay, but let me share with you. If you want to try a free consultation, I'd be very happy to give you a free consultation. Okay, and in this free consultation that I am willing to give you, it's really about understanding how is it that I can help you. Is my personality is going to work well with yours? Because let me tell you, my personality doesn't work with everybody. Okay. So you want to find a mentor that is going to work with your personality, but don't find a mentor that is going to just tell you pretty stuff and you're going to continue to look for work forever because someone that is wishy-washy, someone that just pampers you, someone that just tell you what you want to hear and not what you need to hear so that you can make those changes, it's not going to help you transform. It's going to be a waste of your money. Okay. With that said, let me show you. You can actually go to our website. That's UXUI pros. And then all you have to do is go through the website, read a little bit of what we are all about. Okay. Click on the get started, and it's going to take you into this form. This is the things that we focus on: UX, UI, and front end development. That's how we mentor and we help small businesses build applications, build websites, build great user experience through these steps. This is the form that I would like you to fill out if you want a free consultation. If you're a business or if you're a student or if you're a new designer, then go ahead and complete this form. If you notice, I made it pretty simple, just 3 steps because I know I hate long forms. Okay. So that's the reason why I just provided you with 3 small fields for you to be able to complete that. And then just a little idea of what is it that we do. And then, like I said, if you want consultation for your business, go ahead and request a free consultation. If you're a student who want to learn more about one-on-one mentorship, go ahead and click there and get back to us with detail about what is it that you want, what is it that you're hoping for, the time that we should contact you, and then that is what we are going to do: contact you to help you become a better and stronger UX UI designer. That's what that is all about. So with that said, I am going to end this recording and just let you know you got what it takes. If you made it this far, please believe in yourself. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do this. Don't let anyone scare you away from living your dream job, from enjoying your dream job, from enjoying collaboration in teams. I had fun with my teams when I actually learned to be able to handle feedback and criticism better, when I actually learned to give feedback and criticism better. Okay. Once I was able to do that, I had fun in UX. If you ask any designer, any UX designer, they are going to tell you, Dealing with stakeholders and sometimes other teams is the most difficult part. Dealing with your own team, usually it takes time. You get in, you get to know them. It's all good, right? You get to know each other's strengths and weaknesses, but you're not always going to be with the same group. You're not always going to deal with the same stakeholders. And that can be challenging. And that's how we help you to prepare mentally and to prepare your skills so that you can have a successful um, interview process, a successful experience as a new designer at your first or new UX UI job. Okay? It doesn't matter what boot camp you went to, we, I can help you do better. I can help you do great. I can help you be productive while you are enjoying the journey. Okay? Again, um, I talk to you later. This is Sandra Graves signing off. Don't forget, if you have a question and you just want to go ahead and send me an email, go ahead and send an email to info at uxuipros.com. Info at uxuipros.com. Let me see. Okay, here. I just started a Twitter, so you can actually reach me on Twitter at info at uxui. No, not info at. That's the email. At in Twitter will be uxui pros. Okay, so you can also contact me there. Anyway, thank you for your time and see you soon.